Hi. So it is day 33 of a 40-day water fast. My name is Chorus, and this is how to save my life. So let me take you back. In February, I started and completed my first 40-day fast in March. During that fast, God saved my life. 33 days ago, I fell into a deep fast and prayer again, praying for God to show me a purpose for the life that He saved. And today, He did just that. And I can't wait to share this with you. So today, I met Junior. Now, Junior is a young man going into high school and wants to cut for football, wants to get cut. Now, he doesn't know me, and he says, I'm going into a 30-day water fast. And I leaned in, and I asked him some questions, and I wanted to know more about why he was considering a water fast. And he wants to get cut. I said, oh my gosh, I am 33 days into a water fast. No, you're not. I shared with him my testimony. But again, this gentleman is like 14 years old. And so without putting water on him, right, I allowed him to kind of experience what it was like to fast for the day. He started asking more questions as the day progressed. It was about noon. And I asked him how far into his fast was he? And he said, actually, this is day 1. And I said, okay. And so, but he started to ask more questions, and he said, well, how do you fast for 30 days? I don't know if I can even fast for 1 day. And so we started then talking about nutrition. And I shared with him how when I break my fast, how I am going to lean into proteins. So I shared with him a little bit more about the importance of consuming proteins, how I was consuming proteins prior to starting my water fast, this water fast. And I also shared with him a story about how I was bigger in high school. My boyfriend and I were bigger people. We had weight on us, and we cut down a great deal through diet and regimented exercise. So his goal, he reiterates to me, is that he wants to cut down for football. So we get to his goals. And then I was able to talk with him about more nutrition. So while talking with him about nutrition, we talked about protein and fat and fiber and sugar and macros and vitamins and minerals and consistent meal times and water consumption, daily water consumption, and regular sleep and consistent routine exercise. Consistent meal times, like eating on a schedule so your body knows when to expect food, so it knows it can rely on you, right? Big bulky bowel movements and the importance of big bulky bowel movements. He asks me if it's okay that he already poops 4 times a day. Absolutely. We're going to increase our bulky bowel movements, right? So I also was able to share with him about the mindset aspect of this. It's like deciding who you want to be and then be that person. Stay focused. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Go straight. Go straight to where you want to go. Decide and go straight there. Just go straight there. He then talked to me about a friend of his who was bigger, and then all of a sudden he's like shredded and he's got this 6-pack. He decided who he wanted to be and did not lose focus on ice cream cones and milkshakes and all of this extra stuff. He decided and he went straight there. So it was perspective. He was kind of taking it in, right? So we developed a meal plan and a schedule for him. I sent to him links to his Amazon products to keep it really simple for him. proteins, fats, calories, fiber, to keep it really simple for him. He says, oh, but I've spent so much time in the grocery store. I've spent so much time in the grocery store picking out all of these different things. This is gonna keep it really simple and straightforward for you. Yes? So then he says, and it makes it really easy for his mom to buy him those foods. And then he got my number and we'll stay in touch. So this is what I wanna do. This is what I wanna do. And Felicia is like, you can help me do this, right? And I'm like, yes, I can. So then I call Tanja. The conversation gradually continues to move, and she shared with me more and more of her story and concerns about cleansing, and with her family, and she kind of goes into these details. And then she says she's ready. She had bought the products for a mucoid plaque cleanse a long time ago, and she says she's ready. So she asked how to get started on the mucoid plaque cleanse. And I've talked to you about the mucoid plaque cleanse before. This is the cleanse that actually breaks down that plaque that lines your alimentary canal that's been caked on there for years and decades. And there's all kinds of sticky plaque that's preventing peristalsis and natural bowel movements and regular eliminations. Undigested foodstuffs and putrefied foodstuffs is just caked in there and really toxic for your body, but it's all hardened right now, right? So it's not actually circulating in your bloodstream. It's just keeping your blood dirty, because your blood is only as clean as your alimentary canal, as your system is. So it can't be clean if all of this is still there. So she asks me, well, how do you get started again? So we dive into the basics for the mucoid plaque cleanse. We're not starting tomorrow, but we're getting her she's in the process of, this is a year coming. This isn't a year coming and in the making. She's just been getting ready to get ready, right? She's getting ready to get ready. And while her health starts to deteriorate and she thought she was at bottom then, she's at a new bottom now. She's ready. So of course, how are you doing this? Well, I just took her through the basics, and I kind of took her through basically a schedule for setting up her herb sets and juicing, and setting up a preliminary schedule for her, and basically just the pre-cleanse phase. It's just like pre-cleansing. It's like setting her up. We're getting her ready to get ready to cleanse. So this will be like a 3-week process. Doesn't have to be, but we're gonna move into it gradually. And so so we were able to have this really, really fantastic conversation. I want to do this. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do with my life. On the outset of this fast, God gave me 3 priorities to focus on. He gave me 3 priorities during a 5-day fast before this 40-day fast. And it was to budget, learn how to post my own content, and portions. Those 3 things came to me in a 5-day fast when I first moved into this apartment. After he moved me here, it was budget, learn how to post my own content, and portions. And I have focused diligently on those things throughout this fast. Diligently on those 3 things. But I have had a prayer on my heart, and the reason and the purpose for this fast for me has been for God to give me a purpose. I have been praying for a purpose. What do I do with the life you saved? What do I do with this life that you saved? And how am I going to get there? And today, it's like a veil has been lifted, and I'm able to speak it out loud into existence with confidence. God's permission to declare what I want to do with my life. So please allow me to speak this out loud here for the first time. So my background, I have a double bachelor's degree in dietetics and nutrition, fitness, and health from Purdue University. My entire life, I have been passionate about food and nutrition, and I want my life to be focused and revolve around this. If I were to create a life by design, it would be to teach people how to cleanse and purify their body through deep tissue cleansing and other cleansing modalities, and also right living, like how to live right through correct nutrition and lifestyle habits. this would be my ideal life. And this reminded me of a mission statement that I wrote years ago, like a long time ago. And it was, right living consists of routine cleansing and consistent right living habits. And this is what I want to pursue. This is what I want to teach people how to do. It's all I want to do. I'm good at this. And as we've been talking about attention and focus and diligence and knowledge and experience in the pursuit of something that we want, if I take all of my focus and all of my time and attention and I put it on this, I'll only get better and better at it. So I want to do this. This is what I want to do. The question is, God, how? How do we do this? Because again, I'm not going to do this without you. But I'm finally able to speak this out loud. This is what I want. So I need to focus and do this. So as I've been in fast and prayer for this purpose, for my purpose, I think God has given me the confidence to finally speak this out loud. So He's answered my prayer. And now we need to pray for how. But for the first time, I'm able to say this and speak it out loud. And I'm speaking it out loud to all of you. So this is huge. This is huge. So thank you for allowing me the space and for holding space with me so I can speak this out loud, because we're going to figure out how to make this happen. We're going to figure out how to make this happen. I don't want to do anything else. This is all I want to do. So let's start using, let's use this platform to do it, huh? Because God's already told me how to post my content, or told me I had to learn to post my content, and we've been doing that. So I'm going to start having some more fun with this. I need to have more fun, and I need to just have more fun with this, because learning how to post the content, there are skills that I still need to learn from doing this, and we have 8 days left of this project. So let's get into it, right? Let's keep going, because now I know what I want to do. We're going to figure out how to do it. But the skills, God's already told me I need these skills. So let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So for your tip for today, I reached out to a friend of mine because I was drawing blanks. God told me to reach out to Tanja. So I didn't hesitate. I reached out to her today, and she had some really great feedback for me. I asked Tanja if she were long-term fasting, what questions would she have? Today, I'm not going to go into answering any of them, but they are really, really good. And then tomorrow, and from to now until the end of fast, I will hit on each one of her questions, because what I found really interesting, I have been hitting it from my perspective and lost perspective from the other person. So while I am encouraged, because some of her questions we've covered already, there are other questions that you'll see. They deserve more consideration than I had time to give tonight. The first question I'll be answering is, do you ease into it? Do you jump right into it? How do you acclimate into a fast? Do you go cold turkey? I felt of all of those questions, this one definitely should be answered first. So I will be answering this tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Much like the rest of my tips, we're gonna go at it at a high level, and I'll go much more into detail in later videos. I really appreciate your support, and if you really enjoy my content, please remember to like and subscribe to my page. It is the very best way that you can support me right now and continue to stay with me, not only through the rest of this project, but we now have a purpose, so we will be diving into that, so you don't want to miss that. And thank you so much. Like and subscribe to How to Save My Life. Namaste.